The Modian Curators are in the midst of helping our Latrepian allies complete their war so that the newly appointed permanent galactic custodian, that's us, can confront the, quote, real threat, end quote. Time travel may or may not have been involved. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris First Contact in our Clandestine Curiosity series. So, a couple of things that I want to do right away. I'm noticing that Cybrix Alpha Secundus is looking for a little bit of love here. And also, another thing I would like to do now that we have completed... Let's take a look at this. Oh, I'm remembering stuff from the future again. My bad. I was about to say now that we have all of our Ascension perks, but we don't. We almost do. One thing I'm going to do as soon as I possibly can, I can go ahead and complete the thought because it still matters. I will finally be able to start using Unity ambitions and also start using my excess Unity on the Ascension states of my various planets, which is not something that I messed with very much in Heralds of the Dark Nova. I've done it to Modia once, but there are additional tiers, and it costs, looks like for tier 2 is 34k. So it's going to take time to build up, but I can do that on some of my most populous and most productive worlds, and it should have a real impact. So I look forward to that a lot. All right, we have a fleet that returned in the previous episodes here. Let's go ahead and hit Deneb and then Jundius. And is this fleet going to be able to do anything? Not really. It looks like they're cloaked, but I can detect them at the moment because my science ship is, I guess, in the area or something else is detecting them. I'm just going to go ahead and give the order for my fleet to move all through that territory. The Teal fleet has finished off that psionic entity, so let's go ahead and upgrade them now that it's time to... Oh, you know what? I think I actually... Let me stop that, because I think I had replenished them first, and we need to wait on those replenishments to arrive. Let me double check that just to make sure I'm not losing my mind. Upgrades... No, it should only be at shipyards that we're seeing things built, and I'm not actually seeing anything built right now. So maybe the replenishments are already on their way. Perhaps that's what it is. Okay, I'll wait for just a moment for that fleet to heal up completely. But I can go ahead and continue expanding things in a couple of other important areas, like, for example, stations. Let's look at some of these smaller stations that I haven't upgraded too much yet. We'll do another... I don't think I need another trade hub, but another hangar bay would come in handy. Also, an anchorage would come in handy, to be honest. Let's do an anchorage and a hangar bay and a naval logistics office. I want to slowly build up the capacity to have an additional fleet so that the next time shenaniganry like what happened in the last episode happens, I can go ahead and just intercept it with my patrol fleet while my main attack fleets, the Teal and Mahogany fleets that I've been using, just stay off in the field. Let's see. Where's the Frankfurt station exactly? Oh, yes, that's right. So, same situation here. I'm going to go ahead and build an anchorage, followed by another hangar bay, and then we'll do a naval logistics office there. The Chalks station, however, you need a couple of things. Although part of me thinks you just need a couple of hangar bays at this point, just to keep this area locked down, piracy-wise. Let's go ahead and just add a torpedo bay here and one hangar bay. And it looks like a naval logistics office is already there. And then we'll pay for the Citadel. Okay. That's enough expenditure for now. We're going to follow the Mahogany fleet as they take back these systems. Alright, now why didn't you take that? You should be taking that. Is it because it's still... That's what it is. It was still changing hands. Doesn't always kick in right away when that is in process. And that's fine. Ooh, Galliburi is in need of some additional housing. You might just need a new city district. Let's do that so we can have the additional building slot. Never a bad thing. Alright, so... Oh, yes, that's right. We have a world here that belongs to them. So what I'll do is... I can't do much, at least in the current version of Stellaris. They have an update coming soon that's going to allow us in the 3.8 Gemini patch to completely take control of a planet just by bombarding it until all of its armies are dead, and the population at that point will surrender, which is hilarious and awesome. We can all agree. Seriously, such a huge change, and I cannot wait for that particular improvement to be instituted. What's this? Cecilia Barrington looks like the best candidate. 30 years old, psychic, and New Worlds expertise. So I'll take it. Rivalry ended. The Principality of Atem-Losun has ended their rivalry with the Dathakan Alliance. Alright, this war will hopefully be over very soon. At least taking full control of all these systems should push things in the right direction. Let's just go ahead and hit Zoldior? Yeah, we're going to hit Zoldior and then hit Uqualan. There's a small fleet hanging out there. They don't stand a chance if I can manage to intercept them. This station is not going to last long at all. Okay, so this fleet looks to have replenished itself. I'm noticing that there might be some outdated Orion, Revenge, and Dragon. Okay, so there's an outdated class here. So tell you what, let's go ahead and give the order to upgrade this fleet now. I think I'm happy that I've given it enough time. And now I want to hit the Uqualan system, and hopefully this will just allow me to end the war outright. I mean, that's not the way that it works. They have to... The AI has to decide that they don't want to fight anymore, but they're at 100% exhaustion, which means theoretically they should only have a maximum of about 2 years. Alright. Hang on, Maraveni needs a little bit of love here. Let's do some basic starting construction options. Well, you know what? Let's do an ancient refinery, because we can afford it. Minerals-wise, we're in ridiculously good shape right now. Okay. So now we've completely annihilated that group, and there really shouldn't be much of anything else. I guess I can hit the Nusakan system and see if I can eliminate these civilian ships. But that would be it. And then we just need to sweep in and take as much of the Dathakan Horde as we can get our hands on. It looks like the Cival Ancients are doing a really good job, though. They didn't get this far in the alternate universe version of things. They did not. Alright, so those upgrades are going quite well. What are you guys doing? Alright, good. We found him. Queen Catherine Belvedere has died at the age of 106. Alright, so at this point, there's one tiny additional fleet left. I can give the order to attack it. Again, won't do anything about ending the war. AI has to decide that or force that on their own. What's this? Comfort the Fallen. Diplomatic weight from tech. Spiritualist ethics attraction. Unity from jobs. I like the unity from jobs, but... And this also... Unemployed workers have their unhappiness penalty reduced by 10%. I'm going to go ahead and vote against that. Sorry. I'm going to use my custodian powers. I mean, if I really want to use my custodian powers, I could just veto it, but I'm not going to do that. That seems a little bit heavy-handed. Did I build all the relays? Yes, I did. I built all the relays I possibly could have out there. Let's see what else we can do. Can I build one in Jazmak? Yes, I can. I'm going to have to do the usual management of my outliner in just a moment. Let's do another industrial district there. Gallipoli does have its new slot. I am once again going to select Ancient Refinery. Alright, I'm not going to do anything more on these planets until there's actually evidence that they need jobs. We have 18k alloys. Are you serious? Just from the last few moments? I spent a bunch just now. Now I have 18k? That's insane. Whoa. Alright, hold on. In that case, I guess I need to go ahead and get some platforms built. Alright, so just starting with a brewery. Fleet Academy, absolutely. Fleet Academy here in Secunda Hiatus. So the colossal assembly yards, I think, are required in order to build the Juggernaut, yes? Hang on, let's look at this. Yep, colossal assembly yards. Assembly yards, excuse me. So, hang on. I think I would rather have the colossal assembly yard be a little bit more centralized. Let's have it in bin 2. All right, but let me not get too distracted. What I was going to do is go ahead and pull my construction ships back. I clearly have some additional opportunities to build hyper relays. And I'm going to take advantage of those. Nice. We just got in a fight. I don't think it was my guys, unless... Oh, yeah, I think they briefly intercepted that other fleet. Okay, well, at this point, it looks like they took control of Boschpot again, but I'm going to go take that back. What do we have here? Energy weapon damage plus 5%. Let's go ahead and reduce building costs, and then naval capacity has been increased by 20. Nice. I do want to go ahead and research glandular acclimation. This is one of my last non-endgame techs, so it'll be done very soon. The resolution has been passed. Excuse me? So all of you piled in to make sure it would pass? Really? You defied the custodian. Okay, I'm not going to be evil about it. I'm not, because the Modians are not evil, but it's tempting, okay? The temptation is there. I'm just acknowledging it. Alright, so what's happening here? I need to figure out what is up with these counts. There's an extra Dragon-class destroyer here. That's wrong. I can definitely increase the number of battleships in the Teal fleet. Let me remind myself which ones I like the most. So I guess the Armada and the Swiftshore. Those two. The Renown is a carrier. I just want one carrier. All right, and then I want to give the order to reinforce the fleet. And I think I will go ahead and disband one of those Dragon-class ships, because that's an extra and it shouldn't be there. There we go. Now the counts are correct. Alright, the Mahogany fleet is returning to the Boschpot system. And this war really should be over any moment now, I would think. We've established a new colony, that's good. Let's go ahead and get some of the basic buildings going here, same as we've done on other planets. Again, these are not going to be operational until there are POPs available to fill them. And yes, I probably put that gene clinic a little far down the queue relative to where it should be, but it's fine. Let's do civilian industries. Port Eleanor does have an opportunity for some additional work. Let's give them the industrial district there. And good. All right, we're retaking the Boschpot system, and I think that's about all the help I'm willing to give these guys. At this point, we've won the war, and it's more just a matter of... Let's see, can you... How long would it take you to actually get home? 938 days that way, 808 days that way, 810 days that way. So yeah, I just want you to return to Screeching Abyss. How about that? go to Screeching Abyss, and then we'll worry about getting you properly upgraded, refit, etc. Lots of work needed here. Still some additional upgrades that I can do too, but I just want to be careful how quickly I do them, given that I still don't have huge surpluses of my rare resources. I will soon, but I don't at the moment. Neville's Bay finally has an additional slot here, so alloy foundries seems pretty important. I'm still building up... Okay, now it's going to be time... Let me pause for a moment, because I clearly have more that I could be doing with my shipyards, and I'm sitting on them. So, the Bralic station... Alright, the Citadel upgrade is happening there. I mean... The Bralic station is down here. It is near an L gate. So you know what? I will go ahead and build the Colossal. I think it makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. I had forgotten that there's an L gate in this system, but there totally is. And with that in mind, I think it actually makes a lot of sense to have the Colossal assembly yards there in Bralix. Alright, the Aculum station. Alright, you're pure defense. That's all you are. Let's go ahead and put the ancient... Yeah, ancient shield overcharger on that thing. Now, this one could actually be pretty important. Let's see if we went... Was it Dragon Whale Bastion? Was that the order that I want to build these in? Or Whale Dragon Bastion? Looks like it was Whale Dragon Bastion. Alright, I can do that. First of all, let's go ahead and give the order to upgrade you to a Citadel. Okay, now one thing about that I'm actually somewhat regretting already is I want to make sure there's room enough for the ion cannon, which there might be after the Citadel upgrade completes. Maybe. I hope. Alright, so the Tavander station is more purely defensive. Let's add a couple of extra hangar bays. Hydroponics bay just for a little bit of extra food production. Sure, why not? We'll upgrade you to a Citadel, upgrade you to a Citadel. Yeah, I have all these alloys. Let's spend them. First on necessary strength upgrades for the stations, but eventually for just outright... Ooh. Let's do a hangar bay here and an anchorage. How about that? Naval Logistics Office, followed by another upgrade. Then just outright strength upgrades. Ooh, Abaddon's Domain. Now this is our L-Gate station, so we need it to be a little bit more of a proper defensive bulwark. Not a problem. Now is that actually all of my alloys? It is. It is. So I blew through my alloys properly that time. Alright, 535 days until this fleet returns. Hopefully the AI can handle the rest of this war on their own. Oh, the Oxbraxian Intersolar has declared war on the Latrepian star hierarchy, so another war has just started. See, I can't... Listen, game... I can't do what I want to do until you stop declaring war on the Latrepians. I need to be at peace for a second, so it makes me want to just, like, break my military alliance with the Latrepians. But I can't while we're at war. So again, nothing that I can do at the moment. Oh boy, that did not happen in the alternate timeline. That's very frustrating. Because now it kind of, like, all the effort that I put into coming over here and finishing this off in a timely manner is gone. And the Jubarans are pushing through the Dothakan Horde pretty rapidly, so... Okay, at least, as I said last episode, with the Sival Ancients taking so much control, if this war ends at any point and they don't reorganize the Dothakan Horde's space at all, like if it all goes back to the Dothakans, which, who knows, it might, then we might be able to just sweep in and take it at that point. Maybe. But right now, it's actually looking like there's a possibility I might end up with less space in the Dothakan Horde's territory than I did in this alternate timeline that I keep mentioning, which is hilarious. There's still plenty of things that can happen in 90 years. A little bit less than 90 years. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and research the fleet, or the resort world. Terminal egress station is ready for a Citadel upgrade, but first, I want you to build 2 more shipyards there. And then I want a defense grid supercomputer. And let's tell you what. I'm going to use my relic. Oh, I'm sitting on a tradition. Oops. I was looking at it like, wait a minute. Didn't something else pop up a couple of months ago? And yes, it did. Like just last month. All right, Bulwark of Harmony. So by adopting that, while in a defensive war with another empire, ship build speed is increased by 33%. In addition, the ship fire rate is increased by 15% for ships within your borders. Okay, so the final Ascension perk that I'm going to choose, I went over this a lot in the previous version of this episode, but I think what I want to do is just be somewhat straightforward and go for Galactic Wonders, because we'll have the ability to build more ring worlds, build a matter decompressor, and build a Dyson Sphere. Nothing else is really compatible with the lore that we've been following, regardless of what happens with the Dithakans. We have Detox, we have Xenocompatibility, we have Arcology Project. None of those 3 really fit us. Voidborn, maybe. Shared Destiny gives additional envoys. We're not really going for subjects this particular run. We were thinking about it early on, but it's not something that we've done. Transcendent Learning is not really... I mean, we have really high quality leaders already. Executive Vigor no longer, really matters at this point. Imperial Prerogative, I mean, there's something to be said for that. It's not going to reduce the empire size from planets. That reduction is not going to reduce empire size too much. Defender of the Galaxy is tempting, and it also increases everyone's opinion by 200. Colossus Project, no. Lord of War, no. World Shaper, no. Yeah. Galactic Wonders it is. And now, we can start using some of this excess unity that we have, which is a lot, on cool ambitions. So let's go ahead and speed up, first of all, our science. Now, it costs a certain amount in order to activate it, so I can't activate another one just yet. Looks like I'm still using the Numistic Visualization, which does help with consumer goods upkeep and research speed on certain projects, and it gives us more energy credits per month. So I guess I'll keep that one for now. The Mahogany Fleet is on their way back. It's still about 1.5 years till they get back, but they're on their way. New ships being built for the Teal Fleet. We can access the Shroud. Let's go ahead and reach in. We have found a tiny space within the Shroud that has a concentration of psionic energy that is of a magnitude we have never seen before. Any psychic that managed to successfully tap into this pocket of raw energy would become immensely powerful, but there is only enough for a single individual and there are risks involved. There are only 3 individuals in the entire Modian Curators that possess the psionic strength needed to tap into this energy pocket with any hope of survival. Who should it be? Well, the Crown Princess, obviously. Oh no! The entire Shroud seems to shudder as the immense psionic energies contained within the pocket are transferred to Louise Belvedere. Although the transfer was successful, Louise Belvedere has been transformed into some kind of being of pure energy. What have you done to me? You will all pay. Okay. Well, I might have just brought the unbidden on myself, maybe. Who knows? A creature of the Shroud has pierced the fabric of space and materialized in the Vendematrix system. This vengeful avatar has massed a tremendous amount of psionic energy and is using it to lash out at anything and anyone unfortunate enough to get in its path. It must be stopped. Thankfully, I have a fleet right nearby, so we have yet another psionic entity that's just manifested randomly. Let's go say hi. Alright, so we need a new physics researcher. And once again, we don't have an ideal candidate, but we do have someone with a 10% boost. So we'll put them in place. Yeah, I'm just going to close that notification. It's not necessary. A couple of the hyper relays that I ordered are already in place. Nice. Explosive weapons damage plus 5%. Very good. Let's go ahead and study... I'm tempted to go ahead and study the process that creates ring worlds, but first I want to go ahead and improve kinetic weapon attack speed. One of the main ways that we might have a shot at victory in this game is being strong enough to take on whatever endgame crisis does emerge. Now, we don't have to worry about the Dathakan Horde, the end of the Confederation of Amit Amun. Nice. So they're done, but now we're involved in another war. It's the Braxian Intersolar. Let's take a look at this. They're here. Oh, okay. Well, that war is not going to last for very long. As a matter of fact, hang on, let's attack the corrupted avatar, and we might be able to help that war come to an end quite quickly. So it looks like maybe an ascended race. Or a race that just found their way to the stars at the wrong time, somewhat annoyingly. Alright, there we go. Let's reinforce the fleet. I want you to heal up real quick, please. That's Sidenope. And it looks like we are less than 2 years now from having the Mahogany fleet. Mahogany? The Mahogany fleet back. Society research, what have we got? Naval capacity, probably the best thing to go for. I can't... Yeah, let's go for that. Having an additional fleet right now is pretty much everything. Alright, so where are you at the moment? They're all the way over here. What I'm kind of hoping is that there might be an L-gate close-ish that I can use to just pop in here somewhat fast. Or possibly I could use, if I built my own gateway, which I haven't done that yet, which reminds me, do we have... Hold on. This was something I did in the other playthrough that I haven't done yet here. We don't quite have the alloys for it, but we will in a second. Not a problem. Okay, I would like a science nexus here. I thought I'd given the order for that already, but again, I might be thinking of my previous attempt at episode 40. Oh, it was a complete episode, though. It went to 50 minutes. Because I ranted for 10 minutes at the end. It really did. It was a very frustrating series of events. At least one thing that's happened to make things a little bit better, a lot better really, this war is annoying for sure, but one thing that's definitely happened is that I haven't had to deal with the Tianki, like coming in and out like clockwork. It's almost like I'm ignoring them and they're ignoring me, which is glorious. Alright, so we have arrived now within Latrepian space. That's good to see. Ooh, I could send this fleet, but it looks like they've already got the problem taken care of. Yeah, it looks like it's already more or less done. They might control one, yeah, they control one planet here. Shouldn't be that hard to wrap up. Alright, so you are in orbit of the Screeching Abyss station. Let's give the order for that fleet to rebuild, and then we'll upgrade them at the end of that. Now I have a ton, just a ridiculous amount of additional opportunities to expand here. So let's see. Now the Sidenope system, you probably just need... Let me give you an Ancient Rampart just to make you a little bit stronger, and then we'll do another Hangar Bay, followed by a Defense Grid Supercomputer, the Franford Station. Let's do another Anchorage, followed by a Hangar Bay, followed by a Defense Grid Supercomputer, followed by that upgrade. And there's not going to be a whole lot else that I can do right now. But Abaddon's Domain, oh perfect. Black Hole Observatory, and the Star Fortress upgrade. Monzen Station, upgrade. Ebliuk Station. Again, this is going to be a more traditional defensive bulwark. I don't really need a listening post. I would rather have an ancient shield overcharger on this thing. Yeah, let's do that. And then I just want to queue up the Star Fortress upgrade. Then I'll just let alloys build up naturally for a while. I have an insane alloy income, if you haven't noticed. That part of things is going very well. Alright, so now you are ready for an upgrade. Let's go ahead. Yeah, you just return to the terminal egress system and upgrade there. As soon as this war ends, we are going... Alright, there it is. Stop. 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 War philosophy. Liberation wars. Okay, so now we can attack the Dithakans. This is it. I don't want to declare war on them. I want to declare war on them. So we're going to set our goal to end the threat. We're going to declare. So the Galactic Custodians have declared war. Now, the wormhole that I have access to allows me into this section of systems, which it actually looks like the Jubaran are approaching. So one thing I want to go ahead and do... Should have done this a little bit sooner. I want you to explore that wormhole, and then you can come back and finish and continue helping, really, with Avonhead. But we're going to take this ship here, and we're going to go through the L Gate into the Ribellan Vortex. It's going to take 365 days exactly to travel. But now we can finally start making some progress against the Dithakans. These upgrades are happening in the terminal egress, and then they can join the fight. So thankfully, not a lot left to do there. Varan refugees have arrived. They are welcome here. Intel falling. Have I done everything I can? Oh my god, I forgot to reallocate these, haven't I? Oh my gosh. Okay. That's one thing I get. That's one thing I get for retconning some episodes. I did that immediately at the beginning of episode 39 originally. Now I have to make sure I reestablish all of my key spy networks. Definitely need to be spying on the Jubarans, which I've already got them set up. I do want to be spying on the Dithakan Alliance. Whoops. Recall that I put all of my envoys in to support the vote. All of them. All of them. That was fun. Alright, so the Dithakan Alliance. Interesting, the United Jubaran Authority made peace. So wait. They are still at war with the Dithakan Horde and the Atemlasun Uprising. But they're no longer at war here. It looks like, yeah, this war is the only one that we have going. It's going to take about 260 days for that to finish. A number of upgrades are still in progress for the Mahogany Fleet. Lots of additional work can be done here. Let's see. Ancient Shield Overcharger there. Screeching Abyss. Let's give you the Defense Grid Supercomputer. I'm going to do a detection array here, followed by another hangar bay. And I guess I'll do resource silos there. Followed by the Citadel upgrade. And then we have the VMOS station here. Now, don't need to go as crazy with the trade hubs here, but like an additional anchorage might not be the worst thing. And then a hangar bay to protect trade routes. And then I can queue up that upgrade. VMOS is like probably our most well-protected system. Yeah, 78% done on these upgrades. The wormhole in Ebluyuk has been explored. It connects to the Kandara system. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and... You know what? You know, I just realized this would be a good opportunity, I think, to go ahead and survey this system too. So I want you to do that. We have this system Great Wound that is controlled, not controlled by anyone, honestly. Okay, nice. Yeah, so the Dothakan Alliance controls this space that leads toward the Cordip system, which is controlled by the Horde. Does look like the Dothakan Horde is maybe thinking about coming through the L-Gate, which would be hilarious if they attempted it. The Latrepian star hierarchy has vanquished an ancient threat in the Caravan system. Good for them. I don't care at the moment, to be completely honest. Oh, looks like we finished the building cost research we were doing. Do I have... I mean, I can research the... Both of these are useful at the moment, but it looks like maybe the Dyson Sphere might be worth having first. Because I've got a very solid energy and mineral economy at the moment. Repeal the Guardian Angels Act. Well, that depends. What does the Guardian Angels Act do? Diplomatic rate from fleet power. Ooh. Defense Army morale plus... You know what? I'm on board with that vote. Let's go ahead and throw in our weight with that. Alright, so we are surveying the Great Wound. We are also 36 minutes into the episode, so I need to stop soonish. I'm going to go ahead and build a starbase in Kandara, though, so that I can have this system locked down. And we'll probably also take Cordip from them. "146 days until my fleet arrives." I can go ahead and send, though, the Mahogany fleet right now. It looks like they've started reclaiming some systems, which is great, because I can take them, including the Rebellion Vortex. Glorious. Oh my god, I didn't see that coming. Alright, it begins. We're going to start pushing into this section of their space as rapidly as we can. I'm going to go to about 40 minutes for this episode. I don't care. I think it's going to be worth it. We will get some additional resources from this as well, so this will help economically. I don't know that there will be any colonies involved, but... Alright, I want you to go to a seer. Oh yeah, they're retaking a lot of space here. This is perfect timing. So let me just... I don't want to attack that fleet yet, because it's giving me opportunities. But this is... this timing couldn't be better. This didn't happen in the original timeline, so to speak. Alright, so the Senate session can be concluded prematurely. I'm not going to worry about that. I'd rather build up my influence and use it for other things. Alright, so now let's send the Teal fleet to Disida. You're already taking Birzun. Perfect. I want you to come here. Yeah, Kartoich's Star Hunters are just powerful enough, it looks like. Yep, they did it. They're just powerful enough to be taking back a lot of these neighboring systems. Alright, yeah, they're going to the next one. That's perfect. Couldn't ask for better. Let's go ahead and take that from them. Well, this is going well. Should be able to claim a lot of space at this point. For a second, it looked like it wasn't going to be that straightforward, but now it's getting a little bit better. Let me stop for just a moment and look into some additional possibilities otherwise. All right, the Tavander Station. I very much doubt I'm going to need anything too fancy with the Tavander Station. The Obeshoth Station, however, holy crap. There's a very good chance I will. Let's do an Ancient Shield Overcharger, and let's go ahead and do an Ion Cannon and a whole bunch of platforms, because that is actually up against Dothakan territory. And speaking of Dothakan territory, I could take these systems from them, including some planets here. So that's another thing to think about, because they're up against the Latrepian star hierarchy, but the Latrepians have not entered into our war. So Yeah, now we just wait for a moment, because this fleet is clearing out. All right, now go take Upstoth and Ublea, please. Go reclaim your territory so I can claim it from you. Pretty please. Screeching Abyss is in need of a few upgrades. Whoa, what you doing, game? Oh, it was January. Okay. All right, so research-wise, what did we just finish? Oh, kinetic weapon attack speed. Nice. Let's go ahead. I don't want to turn away from one of these options every time it pops up. Let's go ahead and get some additional minerals from jobs. Not going to affect platforms, but it will affect every single person who is at a mineral platform otherwise. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and continue hitting these systems? Now, one problem is that since I just took Dicida from them, it actually limits my ability. They could potentially retake Dicida. Encounter Enzimatulon. Really? Oh, okay, they must have just come online. That's got to be it. One thing I want to do real quick. I've had the notch clocks. Well, they're protective of me right now. Their opinion is no longer falling, probably because I'm currently shredding these guys. All right, we've hit the 41-minute mark, so I'll go ahead and stop here. I don't want to, but in the next episode, I'm going to keep powering through the Dothakan Horde and just see what additional territory I can finagle from this conflict. I think there's a good chance I might be able to take a lot of what's going on over here. We've already taken control of the Kandara system, and I am going to put a station there right now. That's perfect. And it looks like we'll be ready pretty soon to also claim the Great Wound system. I'll give that order now. The Hithara system will also be mine soon, and then I can take Surma and the T'u system as well. Yes, that's its name, T'u. And that will be all probably in the next episode, but lots of additional progress can be made if we can get the Sival to relinquish these systems that they control. So, lots still to do. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. Oh god, that was a good stretch. Like I said, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and additional perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.